Hello and welcome everyone, Stormy Sensei here. We're gonna continue with some more Final Fantasy IX tonight. We're gonna try to play this as many times as possible per week so that we can get through it in a somewhat reasonable time frame. It looks as though I'm able to see everything good. Alright, if you guys are able to hear me, just let me know in chat. You may have noticed I have a new intro slide. It's almost the opposite of a commission, I guess. But like, I did pay for a new intro slide deck and outro slide deck. But the actual artist reached out to me. Normally, you reach out to the artist saying like, hey, I need something, but sorry for that. There's a YouTuber by the name of Cold Robin that does graphic design. So he reached out to me saying, hey, I need some work. Can I make an intro for your YouTube videos? And I was like, actually, I don't need an intro. Could you please give me an opening slide deck? And he was like, well, okay, sure. So I have a new intro and a new outro. I'll just quickly cycle through them for you guys just to show you. It's got music and everything, but I'd add the music myself. And we're back. I realized that I probably should have also paid for a we'll be right back or I'm taking a break slide. That would have been nice to do, but I didn't really think about it at the time. But I still have his contact information, so if I want more work done, then I'll be able to do that. But I guess I'll do shoutouts here in voice since I've already done it over text, but Super DS64 and Finn Murphy, hey there. Okay, well, there's an owl on the right side of the screen, and there's no owl on the left side of the screen. So I'm pretty sure. Wait, well, okay, so I was completely wrong. I was gonna guess completely wrong. Maybe all the signs are wrong? Oh, well, I'll just go this way. Well, do we want to go the right way first, or do we want to go the wrong way? Because if we go the wrong way, then there's likely going to be treasure. So let's go with the wrong way for a little bit. This looks like an owl. Why did it get dark just now? That did a good amount of damage. going to get dark every time? And this next time I'm going to actually try to go for an eat. Okay, he doesn't have anything for me to learn. Yeah, let's go the wrong way intentionally. Oh, okay. So, if you go the wrong path, then you just end up back at the beginning, which is fine. That actually makes it less troubling, because... Well, that's really interesting. Is this a completely different screen? Okay, it's the same screen, it's just different animations. That's fine. They got the guy over there. Hey there, your troopers. I trolled him pretty hard right after Prison Island. Did you guys watch? I did not. The last thing I saw was him doing side quests right up until Prison Island. Missed. Rainbow Wind. I want that. Why can't I have that? I already tried to eat it and they said it tasted bad, so I can't like learn Rainbow Wind, but that looked cool. Probably non-elemental damage. Imagine Jigglypuff having rest out of shield. Jigglypuff does have rest out of shield. Haven't you seen all the clips of Hungrybox getting parry into rest? Black Mage Village. They're scared of us. How interesting. Oh yeah, that's right. They did talk. Why would anyone build a village in the middle of a dying forest? It's not even a dying forest though. It just looks like a dying forest. It actually reminds me a lot of comic books, like Wakanda, for example. They have the hologram that makes it look like it's a poor country, but actually it's like super technologically advanced. And Gorilla City, if you're on DC comic side, this looks like a giant mesa, but actually it's you know, a city that's ruled by technologically advanced apes. They always split up whenever I get to a new thing, and I had to decide which ones I go for. So far I've always done Quinas, and I'm just going to continue doing that. We're going to continue to only look at Quinas active time events. Oh, there's a Moogle over there. Also, Quina's not a human, so they shouldn't be afraid of Quina. That's troubling. Quina's talking about a delicious aroma, but like the picture on the door was of a chocobo. We're still in Trino. Trino, is that where Dagger and Steiner stopped by for a moment before moving on to Alexandria? Or is that the place where Dagger and Steiner and Marcus go in order to meet the professor right before going back to the castle? Ooh, found something. Oh, that was the only thing I had to get. Okay, where they got the soft. Yeah, so it's the second thing that I mentioned. It's where Steiner, Dagger, and Marcus, and they're about to pull the heist in order to get the super soft. I actually gave a recap of the first like 20 hours or however many hours it was at the end of last stream, but like I forgot about Trino and their adventure there. I also couldn't find it on the map, so that's why I skipped it. I was actually trying to go for Quina, but that's okay. They don't even have names, just numbers. So sad. It's a shame that I can't just watch all of the active time events, but I guess, you know, while one thing is happening, another... Oh, look, here's Dagger. What's the joke? Is it scary? Ah, that's what you meant by you did it again. Because you commented you did it again, and I was like, I don't know what I did. Did I, like, forget to turn on the microphone, or did I, like, you know, miss some super important item that you would have told me about if you were watching? But it was actually just I started super late. different language or life cycle. Let's do different language. Oh, they can tell. So there are no humans on the outer continent. It's a grave. Cemetery, yeah, same thing. A collection of graves. That's what humans did. No, I needed to know. I figured it was a JK. I wanted to know where that final speech bubble was in the active time event. I don't know, I don't think I pressed A too early and like got rid of it. Why is this up here? Like, it would, like, they could have just had a ladder that I couldn't climb up. But instead they allowed me to climb up it. And then they added, there it is. I actually couldn't see the exclamation mark because I had to go so far north in order to get up there. But even if I didn't find that treasure chest, it'd be fine because 893 gil, I'd make more than that every single battle these, or like for a really long time I've earned more than that. Quine is a monster. Oh no. This is actually kind of philosophically interesting because all of these black mages were brought to life, quote unquote, by the Alexandrian army, but they were supposed to be soulless husks, but some of them are self-aware. So they like have a sense of self and a sense of community. They understand what humans are versus the black mages. They know how to like travel and they know how to fight, but they don't know what death is. And so like they have an entire society that is just starting to understand what death really means for a group of people. And they always refer to it as stop moving instead of like, you know, dying. Mages come from eggs, right? I know that's a joke, but I'm going to answer it seriously anyway. We learned in the poor farming village that mages are concentrated mist that are fed through a machine and built into the dolls. I don't understand why some of them become self-aware, but maybe something having to do with mist has to do with consciousness. I don't really understand that part yet. But yeah, I'm just like so intrigued by every single bit of like knowledge about this game. And they learned they know how to play cards too. Somehow they learned how to play Tetramaster. The machine spit eggs out that hatched mages, right? Were they eggs? I thought they were metallic. I think they were circular, though. They might have been eggs. It's been a while. I'm actually probably going to rewatch that pretty soon. I've been putting timestamps in the descriptions for, or I say I have been putting time marks in the descriptions, but really I did it for session 1 only so far. But I plan on doing it for all of these sessions so far so that I can have like, if you watch some YouTube videos, if you like hover over the seek bar, it actually breaks it up into like different chapters for you. And I want to be able to do that for really all the games that I've played, but like there's no way I'm going backwards and doing all that. So I'm doing it for series going forward. Oh man, that's so tragic. Oh, they have expiration dates. That's so deep. Oh, I didn't realize this was a house I could go into. Useless. What did I just do? Technically what I want to really do is get up that ladder, but it doesn't look like I'm going to be able to do that. Oh, this is the inn. Okay. Oh no, I progressed the story. I wasn't done exploring yet. Oh, Virgo, nice. That's another card. I need to return to Trino and give that to the weird lady. Now that I think about it, I got Ares in an inn as well. Okay, do you get a card in every inn in the game? Or do they, or should I said another way, do you only get them in the inns? Hey, they do art. Well, that's pretty cool. I really want to talk to this one over here instead of the one that's at the But I guess I can't really do anything about that, huh? Quine is shady, stop leaving the party. I'm actually convinced that Quina was an optional character for the first part of the game. Like, if I didn't go into that marsh, then I'm sure that I actually didn't need to get her. Because there was nothing that really, like, made me need to have her in the party. Oh, no. Oh, double no. I don't want to throw away anyone's letter. Well, I never found this guy, Mogmat to Susanna. Hopefully I can re-get those letters back. Actually, through re-watching the game, my gameplay from session 1, I actually like recognized some Mughals names. Like, for example, Kupo is in Alexandria, or at least at one point was in Alexandria. Oh gosh, all greens, nice. Hey there, Fortune. I always got like a consistent crew to show up to watch these Final Fantasy playthroughs. I think we explored everything in the town. This is the exit. Yeah, I thought so. It's not too dangerous for Quina to go out by herself, but I can't go out by myself. Fans are called fans. I suppose you guys find Final Fantasy IX enjoyable to watch. Alright, I think that we've explored everywhere in the town. So it's time to rest the story. Oh look, they split up, so I can actually talk to this one now, separately. I want to see what Vivi has to say now. Nothing. So that last scene that we just got through watching, I was muted for the whole thing because I figured it would be a really story-driven one. Was incredible in every single way and is my favorite scene that I've seen in the game so far. But I also have lots of questions, like if the mages were back on the regular continent where there's mist everywhere, would they still die? They were created from mist, so maybe they die 1 year after production because they moved to the outer continent and they can no longer like draw in the mist to live. Like we breathe in air. I don't know. I really like the really old one. This guy here. He doesn't play cards though. As for why Zidane's adoptive father beat him up afterwards, I'm guessing it's because he left for so long. Like, imagine that you raised this son for his whole life, and then suddenly he's like, actually, you know what? I want to go out and see, you know, my real home. And he just like left you. You know, this, you know, guy that had raised him this whole time. Now, beating him up in particular is like not good in general, but it's already been shown that that's how he shows affection to everyone in his troop, because the very first encounter in the game, which introduces you to fighting, involves you having to fight the boss. And also when Zidane says, I'm going to go off and rescue Dagger on my own, he says, you're going to have to beat me first. And then they fight, and then for the first time Zidane wins, according to, you know, the story. So we gotta go to the Northwestern Mountains. Oh, I can actually use this to move around. There's Trino. And that's Dolly. I mixed up the two, I guess. Dolly must be the farm town, and then Trino is the fancy smuggler's place. But also, we've put in a lot of hours, but we only have been on 2 different continents so far. We still have 2 other entire continents to go through for the story. I'm overthinking it. This dude was just drunk. I don't know, man. Hey, what's this music? This is interesting. Oh, that was interesting. wonder about how far into the game we are. Like, so far based on our current pace, we've spent about 20 hours into the game. I think that if we keep up at this pace, also keeping in mind that we're like... so, when I was in middle school, my brother had a save file on a Final Fantasy IX where he had already beaten the game, but could not beat the Ozma, which is like a super boss of the late game. And his characters were around level 70 or so. And I'm currently level 20. And I guess we could also take a look at like what abilities we've learned over time, because all of these should be mostly filled by the time we're done with the game, and we've learned more than half of all abilities that are available in the game, at least for Zidane. Still have a good bit for Dagger because she has all the summons, and then she has to get Curaga, and then like a couple of other things. I don't know what most of these auto abilities are over here. And then Vivi has already learned tier 2 magics by now, but hasn't learned any tier 3s. And we've learned about a little less than half of all the blue magic in the game. So I would say that probably this is like a 60-70 hour game. Sounds about right. I mean, we definitely would probably be on disc 2 by now. I don't remember whether Final Fantasy IX had 2 discs or 3 discs in the original game, though. I'm gonna guess 4 discs. I mean, not 2 versus 3. I meant to say 3 versus 4. So I'm pretty sure it had at least 3 discs, because Final Fantasy VIII had 3 discs. We can't cross water yet. We've already been to this marsh, haven't we? Actually, I don't think we have. Well, no, we definitely have been to this marsh. Because we're going to go into here and there are going to be no frogs because we got them all. Well, there are frogs here. But there's only like 2. So I'm pretty sure that's the baby frog, see? Yeah, we've already been here. I don't know what that really means in terms of like... On the right side, the frog population does come back. I want to find like another hut, like in the first marsh, because I'm pretty sure that we never found such a thing the first time we came through. Like, if anything, there would be an entrance around here, but there isn't. There are rules for respawning frogs. You have to leave a male and a female. I kind of figured that would be the case. Like, as soon as I saw that the frogs could be different colors, because I caught a golden frog once, and I was like, I bet there's like something super complicated and like very advanced about frog hunting in this game. And I'm pretty sure that like if you do it a particular kind of way, then you know, kind of get some ultra powerful technique or something, but only if you do it right. I said there was a dragon in the northeastern mountains, or did they say northwestern mountains? We can always go back to the Black Mage Village and ask. You're supposed to get like 90 frogs or something. Okay, well, I'm at 18. That's pretty good. I don't know how many marshes there are. If I had to guess, there are 4. Alright, so can't do anything up here. This is not an entrance to anything either. They must have said northwestern mountains. We gotta find wherever this sanctuary is. Maybe we should go back to the original town. Yep, I did eventually do the Chocobo Hot and Cold. Spent about like 20-30 minutes on it, I think. What is this? Is this a cactar? Oh no. Oh, I'm not ready for this. Let's see how much HP he's got. Level 30. That's already scary. And 1,000, about 2,000. So we gotta kind of hurry with this. Oh. That should be enough already. Yes! Nice. Nice work, Vivi. Did I get the chocographs? I did. I got 2 of them. And since we learned a blue magic spell, of course we're going to go ahead and save now. Oh man. The only thing more scary than a cactar is a giant cactar, or a metals cactar, or a tunberry. Nice, he missed. I can get by unscathed. Once upon a time, that was the boss at the end of a story plot. And now they just like wander about in the fields, which actually raises another question. Hang on a second. Alright, so Alexandria is not off the hook here, because Lindblum, who's supposed to be with the quote-unquote good guys relative to the Alexandrian Empire, they let loose that monster that we just got through defeating in the streets of their city as part of the Feast of the Hunt. But like, how did they get the monster? I've only ever seen it in this upper continent. That means that while Alexandria came up here for the dragon or mist whatever thing, or to make the black mages or whatever evil sinister thing they were doing up here, the Lindblom people came up here and stole a monster and brought it down for, you know, some sort of sporting event. Oh, we got a trance. Nice. We don't really get a chance to use Eidolon very often, so we're just gonna go ahead and use it. So I recently learned that there's a short animation and a long animation version of each of these summons. And the long version does more damage than the short version. But because I've only used Ramuh 3 times total in this playthrough, I'm still not sure whether I've ever gotten the short or the long animation. I wish that, I wish that if I was in a trance and I used the Eidolon command, that the MP cost was lowered. That seems appropriate, but, you know, what can you do? Alright, so I'm pretty sure that I need to somehow get across this water, because there's no mountain entrance over here. So what I think I have to do is go back to the village where they worship a boat, and then like take their boat. Or like ask them for their boat, and then like borrow it and whatever. Because that little body of water looks ultra suspicious and looks like it really, you know, this is one of the few times that we've actually been able to just like walk off of the land into the water. And it just seems like it would be an appropriate time to do that. Alright, well, we're back up to our strongest weapon. Already at our strongest helmet. And our strongest gauntlet. And armor. But we can still learn more stuff in the accessory. Spirit, no, okay, I don't know what spirit is. Maybe that's MP? Speed makes sense, strength makes sense, and magic makes sense. But spirit has to be MP, I guess. Oh, it doesn't have to be, though. It could be your resistance to status effects, I guess. Because magic evasion and magic defense are separate stats. But strength is a separate stat from attack, though. I don't know. I'm not sure whether that's a good trade. magic, or do I want... No, I definitely want this instead. Defense goes down a little bit. Strength and magic goes up. Defense goes down. Or I could do these two, which are just clearly better in every way. Sounds like I missed a shop. I don't think so. I've bought everything and synthesized everything in every store so far. I might have missed a steal opportunity. Alright, so we're gonna go back to the dwarf town. Oh, so I was just way off on where I actually needed to go. We gotta go undergo the ceremony if we want to be able to leave the town. Oh wait, the ceremony, that's marriage, I'm pretty sure. Well, we'll figure it out. It'll be fine. I'm sure Zane will be happy. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. That's gotta be a really uncomfortable sleep. At least we healed up completely. Alright, so this is where the ceremony takes place. Yeah, man and woman are joined in the blessing of the sun. I thought I remembered this being a kind of marriage thing going on. One of these days, we're going to have a stream dedicated to Mognet. We're just going to go to all the places we've ever been, find all the Moogles, and make sure that we have 0 mail to give before moving on with the story. And I'm still not over the fact that dwarves are Scottish in this game. Yeah, when I came to this shop, there wasn't even anything new for me to buy. The only thing was the poison knuckle. I almost forgot that I need to double check that some of these things that I only have 1 of don't need to be given around or passed around. You're good, Dagger. You can keep the Lamia's tiara. I should probably buy 2 of everything. Or not buy 2 of everything, but make sure that I have like 2 of everything. Because sometimes if I have everything learned, I don't change the equipment. And if it's the only one I have of that copy, or if it's the only copy that I have, then like, you know, maybe Quine actually needed to learn something from there. Now, if I were a dwarf that had the title of His Holiness, where would I be? Clearly drinking with my boys at the... Oh, here he is. Well, close enough. This game is so funny. So I'm actually in tears from laughing so much during that scene. That was completely hilarious. Like the cold feet that Zidane was getting, and like the cold shoulder from Dagger, and the eagerness with which she turned him down. And like as soon as Vivi and Quina were like, "What are we supposed to do?" I was like, "Oh no, don't tell me they have to get married too," which I instantly thought like, "That's hilarious. I'm gonna just make them do it." Everything, just this game is hilarious in every single way. Oh no. Oh no, they're married now. Hey, Mog, I know that, Moogle. Oh, that was too much. I find it interesting that Quina is so morally opposed to thievery. Like, she made a really big deal about it in the last time we were in this town. But at the same time, she has no concept of money because she thinks that things should be free as well. She thinks that food should be free. Which does make sense when you're able to eat all the wild monsters in the mist. Alright, chat, let me tell you the story of Final Fantasy VI and the character Mog. Mog is a technically optional character in Final Fantasy VI because in the moment where you have the option of getting Mog, Mog is falling from a cliff and hanging on by a thread, but there's also a treasure chest in the same room where he's falling off of a cliff. And if you get the treasure chest in Final Fantasy VI, Mog falls to his death and you never get him as a character. And what do you think young Stormy did when he first got to that room the first time around? Of course, you see a treasure chest and a character hanging from the ledge and you think, oh, I'll get right to you, but first let me go ahead and get this treasure chest. And the worst part is, it's a gold hairpin, like an item that is commonplace by the time you're in the end game. Aiko. Or horned human. Not a human, but a horned human. I guess that was why she was confused why Zidane did not have horns. Female and age 6. That's young. Like, that's younger than Vivi, who appears to be 9, but is probably less than 1 year old. Hey there, Gale. You'd like to thank me? What for? Oh, crushing defeat. Oh, man. Thank you for being a super high level in Kirby Clash. I keep on wanting to, I mean, I do play that game occasionally, but the issue is, like, there's only one level in the game that I haven't beaten, and the recommended level is 90, and I'm currently level, like, 72 or something like that. And, I don't want to, like, form a party for it because I don't want to be hard carried for beating the final boss. But also, leveling up normally in that game is, like, super slow, because there's no progression whatsoever. Hey, how come Quina can make this jump but I can't? I agree, your troopers. Quina would definitely eat a Moogle. That's a big enemy. Oh, Quina's not in my party anymore. Solution. Oh, that's not so bad. Okay, maybe that's bad. That looks kind of lizard-like, so I'm going to go ahead and cast Blizzara on him. Stop targeting Aiko specifically. If he counters, I die. Oh, I live. Just barely. Alright, so I didn't get to actually take any control of Aiko during that battle, but I am curious to see, like, what's her deal. Literally the only one that took damage was Aiko, my weakest character. So Aiko has white magic, okay. And has a summon ability. Auto regen, yes please. What? Of course. Actually, I don't particularly care for High Tide. I'd rather have Antibody. And as far as equipment, she takes the flute. Fine, I guess. I mean, I kind of want to get Mage's Hat first because silence is the worst thing for someone that has white magic, but at the same time, it goes against my philosophies of using the weakest thing that I still have to learn. So we'll start off with Protect. And Antibody, yep, that's fine. Still Scarf for Cure, sure. She can't learn Ramu. I thought the Poison Knuckle would be equipable by whatever next character I got, but it isn't. She doesn't use her fists. That's very interesting. I guess the next character after this will use Knuckles. Let's see, stat spread. She's a white magic, or she's a white mage, which is odd because I already have a white mage. Normally I'd be like terrified at this point because that would mean that like she's gonna replace my white mage, like maybe Dagger dies. But like as far as I know, only one Final Fantasy leading female dies in the series. Whoa, what was that? Is there a statue thing? Redstone is set on the stone. Take it out? Sure, why not? I'll take this redstone. I can't place it back, so must be important, whatever it is. And irreversible. This is the way that Quina went when she was chasing after the Moogle, so let's go in the complete opposite path, because that's where the items will be. We got red and blue. And no way to get down from here either. Did I see something there? I thought I saw an exclamation mark momentarily pop over my head, but maybe it was just the here indicator. I think the same thing happened again. The little finger that points to say like, hey, here's your character. Because once upon a time, people were not used to navigating in 3D spaces. Wait, what? Oh, Aiko just used Cure. I was like, how come I have the same ability now? She actually heals by about the same amount as well. I want to see what her attack animation looks like. even though it's just going to get her countered. Oh, that's so terrible. She actually hits with the flute as opposed to like singing and like attacking with the sound waves or something like that. I need to stop messing around. This guy's going to counter us all to death. This should be death, though. Yeah. I don't think there's a cure to Berserk either. So, like, if we end up in a situation where all four of us are Berserked, we have no choice but to just, like, hope that we outdamage them. Luckily, Berserk increases your attack power, so, like, we're more likely to kill things quickly. And also it's cured as soon as we exit the battle. Ooh, these are new enemies. Keep on like expecting to like want to eat them, but like I don't have a character that eats in the party. I want to see what this looks like. Even though we have limited MP. Oh no, Banish is not the call. In Final Fantasy VI, Banish actually makes you like ultra susceptible to magic attacks. And that was like 10 years before Naruto. I just want to see what this ability is. This takes up half of my MP. Solution 9. $3,000 damage? That is not worth it at all. I do like 1,000 damage. Actually, I only do 600 damage with each of my regular attacks. We got a Sapphire. That's new. Is that a new summon thing? I mean, it's not. It kind of is. It's new because we only just now started getting it. Like, we have one already. But it doesn't give me anything new for Dagger. And I am glad that they addressed the fact that, like, hey, we thought this was this cool ability that only Dagger can do, but actually, Aiko can also do it. Like, in the battle itself. Can I climb any of these vines? really don't particularly like fighting these guys because they take away control of my characters and also they counterattack. Like, it's a perfect combination. They force me to attack, and then I counterattack, and then they counterattack for more damage. And what I really would like would be for I was going to be very confused for a moment. What I would really like would be to have a weapon or an ability that allows you to steal magic points or to regain magic points every time you do damage. Because as it is now, I'm like, I want to just kind of go in with BB, but I really also don't want to all the time. Because magic is a limited resource. Like if these were enemies that I could steal ethers from, it'd be different, but I only steal ores from them. So until I'm in an area where like the regular enemies can drop and get stolen ethers from, I have to deal with the 14 that I have. And now I have 3 magic users instead of, well, I mean, technically I already had 3 magic users, but... So, no, cannot climb down any of these vines. Oh, but we got tents here. I'm gonna be really sad if I rewatch this later on and it turns out that I had a letter to Susanna and I threw it away. Gonna be ultra sad. Is this the way I'm supposed to go? This feels like the way I'm supposed to go. Or does it? There was a path to the right of the Moogle. And then there was this path which uses a ladder to go further up. Then we're gonna take the other path first. That's gonna hurt. Now she is really physically weak. Like even with double damage, she'd be doing only about 150 damage, which is less than what Dagger is doing. Yes, excellent. I made the right choice. There's a hole? Oh no. Oh, okay, good. Oh no, there's still one more. So I guess that this path was the way to get the final stone. Wonder if I just missed a previous orb. Okay, that's the short animation, because I didn't actually see Ramu show up. I already have a mithril fork. And that's the short animation of that. Okay. Thought that something special might happen when that was done, but guess not. Did it say it couldn't steal anything? I think I would remember if it said it doesn't have anything. So they did like 1,000 damage last time. Guess it couldn't steal anything. Alright, I'm gonna just keep on going for that then. Oh, so that just failed. Okay. I didn't know there was an accuracy check on being able to check how much HP an enemy has. Also didn't give me any weaknesses. I shouldn't have used Thunder. He's an Earth type enemy. He might even be immune to Thunder. Oh wait, but I used Ramu on him, and he took damage. So we're probably fine. Yeah, he took the most amount of damage from Blizzara, but I'm pretty sure it's somewhat random. That was just rude. damage. That's not so bad. Yeah, those random variants that made the Blizzara do more damage than all the other attacks. This guy's one tough cookie. Like, I'm going way harder than I usually do on bosses. When was the last boss that we fought in this game? I feel like it's been so long since we've had like a boss fight. And we even got a tent for that, so that's good. Sure hope that this is the last orb that we need. Otherwise we're gonna have to backtrack even more than we already have. It's been a while since we've used a tent as well. I also want to see how much we actually heal with the tent. I thought that it was full, but I don't think it actually is anymore. Yeah, we went from 31 MP on Ico up to 79. So it does heal everybody, but just not fully. I'm not sold on Ico yet. She's not like... I mean, granted, I only just got her, but I definitely don't see the combat sense in having her as a character because she's literally just weaker dagger so far. She's gonna have to like learn some unique skills relative to dagger if, oh, there is one more hole. Darn. We can't go back that way, okay. And we'll have to see how her character development goes. I'm sure that, like, within an hour, I'm gonna be like, wow, I can't believe that I ever said anything mean about Ico. She's such a great character. Because so far, I've liked every character that they've introduced. That they've all got like good motivation and like they've been developing pretty well as characters over time. Although I suppose Zidane's been kind of static in terms of like his outlook on life, and he hasn't really changed much himself, but we've been getting backstory on Zidane at least that kind of explains, you know, why he's so heroic and already kind of perfect to begin with. Alright, this has got to be the last one. We're going to keep on backtracking until there are no more holes left. The more backtracking, the more I expect it to be worth it. Moonstone. That's not a... what's it called? That's an actual item. Restores HP, cannot be used on the field, equip as an add-on. What? Oh, equip as an add-on, okay. Oh, you could just like use these items. I didn't realize that you could just use them like that. That's a summon, probably. Well, almost a summon. It's a little disappointing. Beast Killer and Shell. Not quite what I was hoping for. But I guess they aren't just gonna hand out summons like candy, like they do in like Final Fantasy VI, for example. Alright, well, at least I'm satisfied. I can continue on with the story plot. And right on time because we're about at the 2-hour mark. I was expecting to just go straight into this town, but I guess not. It's not really enough time for us to, like, you know, go forward from here. So we're going to go ahead and end it right here. We'll figure out what's in this town and where Aiko's from and who all these horned humans are as part of the next stream. Just past the 20-hour mark, which is nice. I think we're about a third, maybe close to maybe 40% of the way through the game, I'd say. I just kind of have a feeling based on like level, a number of learned abilities and things like that. Let's see who we're going to raid tonight. I got a couple of notifications, but I don't know who's still live. They might have started after me and ended before me. But if you guys want more RPG action, I got just the guy for you. So I'm currently playing Final Fantasy IX. We can go over to TL Baker, who is streaming Trials of Mana. So I'll just copy that link for you guys. We're going to head over there and hit him with the Stormy raid. You guys know what to do. So there's the tag there. And let me post the link for you guys. There we go. So be sure to like the stream if you enjoyed it. If you want to see more Final Fantasy content, which will start again next week, we'll be back on Monday with that content. Maybe Tuesday, depending on my workload. And this weekend, as usual, we got some Pokemon and some Smash content for you guys. So thanks for watching, and I'll see you guys soon. Take care.